Morning, Majo John Madden in the Moctezuma Colonia here, right by that Sabritos truck. Sabritos is where my friends Mario and Rubio set up their pop-up restaurant. I was there for dinner last night. Those stairs, this guy hustling down those stairs. I do not hustle down those stairs. But it's a beautiful walkway. Vacas, cows often grazing back down in there. And you walk out the other side and you can go to the Plaza de las Americas. I think people do that. Or it's a really pretty back road into Las Trancas business district down there. I have been walking off a nasty encounter this morning. Other videos have chronicled how I stay in my van in the poor person's barrio, which is just the other side of this brick wall. That's the daycare, and on the other side is the poor people's neighborhood that stretches way down the hill, many little concrete apartments, and I'm parked up there. And I've done a whole series of videos about Navidad season and what has led towards peace in this season and what has led to conflict, and using the Course in Miracles principle of I could see peace instead of this, and chronicling my determination to see peace rather than conflict. Well, the biggest conflict has been with a punk kid who lives back in there. That, even though the people are poor there, they're not dirt poor. They eat and they have happy lives, and they're very sweet and love their kids, and it's been fun being there. But that kid does not belong there. He and his roommate, 20-somethings. In Mexico, they use the word tipo. You could say chico is a young guy. That's non-judgmental. Tipo basically means punk. They wouldn't use a nasty word like that in Mexico where they're so sweet. But basically, he's a tipo. And he's trouble. Plays his music loud and late. Drinks hard. Who knows what else he uses. And I had bought him off weeks ago by being willing to give him cigarettes. And it seemed like we were friends. But twice now, Christmas Eve, 2 in the morning, he was banging on the side of my van wanting a cigarette. We had a bad encounter there, bad encounter the next day. On the day after Christmas, I forgave him. I encountered him down in the business district of Las Trancas. He says, "You remember me?" And I said, "Yeah." He says, "You still mad at me, enojado?" I said, "Nah, it's Navidad." And we shook. I thought that was fine. Good. Case closed. But no. Last night, he and his roommate at 10 o'clock at night, I was awake, but they were banging on the door looking for cigarettes. I said, "You don't come around here at night." "No, not when it's dark. In the daytime, fine. But I'm getting ready for bed. You go away." And they didn't take no for an answer, so it took 3 rounds of me escalating my level of anger. There's a cow. They're back in there. So this morning, I was out up there, standing in the morning sunshine, just front side of the daycare here, making a video to my friend Lee, and he comes by and wants a cigarette, and I leaned into him. It's the only place I have on tape an example of what I've learned about solid boundaries, how to protect my space, and I gave it to him, and he backed down. He backed down. Yeah. So, but I was still a little shook. Years ago, before I got good at anger, which I am quite good these days, at harnessing the wonderful power of anger when I need it, usually to protect somebody else, but sometimes to protect me. Years ago, if I had gotten that angry, and I never would have expressed rage like that, like I did this morning, but if I got super angry, it would take me hours to get over it. I'd have been so shook up because it didn't fit with who I thought I was. I thought I was a nice guy, and I'm not. I'm capable of niceness, and I'm deep love for all the beings. But if one of the beings wants to commit a karmic catastrophe by harming me or a dog or a child in my presence, I disciplined them, and I disciplined him this morning. So I walked over here to a spot I love up on the hillside there, and went to the tienda and got a couple things there, and then I stopped in the sun over there where I started this tape. And now I have to walk up this steep, steep, steep hill, and it is a little wet today, so it's going to be, I have to really pick my footing. But what I've learned is that the people who live in that neighborhood, little old ladies, fat little old ladies, trudge up that hill. They trudge up that hill because it's the way to get home. If it was a middle-class neighborhood, that would all be paved. That's what I've learned from traveling America. In Louisville, Kentucky, Cherokee Park, the spectacular park Frederick Law Olmsted designed, they have what they call the Audubon Trail. Theoretically for birds, no, it's the trail, very nice trail that leads up to the middle-class neighborhood.